other ninjas up here, nigga. Let's go. Shout out to Cardi, but child, let me tell y'all something. I said, let me tell y'all something. Hold on. You know when it's something just ain't right. Man, where is my shoe boxes? Lord, my son. He said something about my. Okay, that ain't it. Yeah, shout out to that. Now listen, y'all. I said this morning, I was like, man, I don't feel like all that shit. I don't feel like no thumbnail, no motherfucking nail file. You see? Yeah. I told myself I don't feel like that shit. And guess what? I said I'm gonna prove it to myself and my audience. Like Kendrick Lamar said, we gonna be all right. Now, can you hear me? Do you feel me? I said we gonna be all right. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? Hey, hey, Poople Stars. Yesterday I was supposed to get my eyebrows done, and I didn't. You see? And I didn't. Hold on. Ugh. Hey, y'all. What's good? What's good? I said, what's up? Hold on. Let me put my stuff on work mode. Period. So shout out to that. Because, bitch, I'm working. I don't know who needs to hear that. But I am, though. So shout out to that. Anyway, what was I finna tell y'all? I got so much to tell y'all that ain't even funny. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I was about to do a thumbnail and then I said, no, I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. Yeah, it just is what it is. I don't feel like all that. I'ma show YouTube something. I'ma show the internet something. I'ma show the smaller content creator something. Yeah, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? With the thumbnails and all of that and all of that and all of that. Right? All of that fancy shit. All of this and all of that. You know? You can get with this or you can get with that. You see? Or you could just straight up hit live. Go live. Fuck all that extra shit. You see? Yeah. Let me tell you something. A hamburger is still a hamburger, and that motherfucker is still good without the lettuce, the pickles, the onions, the tomatoes, the cheese. Well, I'm gonna need the cheese still, you see. But you see where I'm going with it? Yeah. So shout out to that. Y'all don't. Yeah, I feel like God told me, listen, you can do all that shit if you want to. But it ain't gonna take all of that. So shout out to that. That's what I think. My bestie just said, like, it ain't gonna take all of that, Shay Renee. So yeah, go on, hit the live, click the live, scoot up in there like a bumper car. You see? And talk that talk with your people. Miss Preston girl. Yeah, so shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all get in here, hit the damn like. Ooh. Make sure y'all get in here, swipe that goddamn like. Hold on, let me get a hey y'all. So hold on, what was I about to tell y'all? So, child, it's a lot going on. So just like the title said, it's Tasha K gonna get this ain't funny. Nah, you know it ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? You just know when you know it ain't funny. Shout out to that. Now listen, the thing is Tasha K gonna get sued again? I don't know. You know, I really don't know. All I can say is I really don't think so though. You know, I don't. Now I do think that Tasha is dealing with something different. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, let's talk about it, Miss Pressure Girl. I definitely think, you know, she dealing with something way different this go round. And when I say that, you know, I mean like this, I just feel like, cause we all know Tasha got sued by Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Cool, you know, I gotta keep it real, shoot. Cardi wasn't playing with Tasha, but I'm just saying, I just feel like you could get away with way more, right? With people like Cardi B and rappers, I would say, than you can with athletes, if that makes sense. I just feel like certain athletes, Tasha ain't gonna be able to keep talking about over and over and over like a fence. You know what I'm saying? Again and again and again. I just don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them letting her get away with that for real. Hold on. Now with that being said, child. Yeah. Like I'm like, ooh, okay. So like what's going on? Cause y'all listen. So okay, this is why I said that. Tasha, she keep talking about Stephon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all know how she feels. Remember, I already talked about it. I told y'all that Tasha, I told y'all Tasha be doing the most. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that. I told y'all Tasha be doing the most because, hold on. Basically, Cardi done sued your ass. Oh, man. So Cardi done sued you, right? And we all know Cardi sued Tasha ass. Period. Sued the pants off. It just is what it is. She sued the pants off of Tasha ass, right? And won. She absolutely did. She won too. She sued Tasha K and she won. Okay. So shout out to that. Shout out to Cardi B and shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Cardi B is just she just a different type of woman, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like people give her a hard time and da 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 and da 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 da, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Cardi appears to know a little something. You know what I'm saying? It's either that or she just got a hell of a team, which I believe. You know what I'm saying? I definitely believe. I believe both. You know, I believe that you can never judge a book by its cover. You know, I believe Cardi definitely probably know way more than people give her credit for knowing, right? And I also believe she got a damn good team around her. It just is what it is. You can't reach success and you know, at that type of height and not have no good, you know, people that know what they doing around. It just is what it is. So shout out to that. Now, with that being said, yeah, I think Cardi B be doing her motherfucking thing. It just is what it is. I feel like she be doing her thing, you know. Um, and so we know Tasha K sued Tasha. I mean, we know Cardi sued Tasha, right? And wasn't playing around. Now she wasn't fucking around. Like the song said, I ain't fucking around right now. Ha! And so she won. And so evidently in the settlement, damn, I thought this was sweet chili. So evidently in the settlement, it's evident, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere to get the tea. So shout out to that, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the people who, you know, do the damn thing with me. But I said all that to say, y'all know I'll be here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Shout out to that. For real, I does get the tea. But I ain't necessarily seen Tasha B and Cardi B's paperwork. You know, like I don't get that far depth into it. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant for me to do that type of work, then God will put the tools. You see? It just is what it is. Shout out to that. Oh yeah, let's talk about it, Miss Present Curl. Like, listen, I'm evolving. Okay? It just is what it is. And I told y'all, you know, like, I don't deal with stress, you know? And I'm not gonna let it stress me. You see, whatever it is. So, I had to get up and get myself the fuck up out of there. So it is what it is. I ain't looking for no paperwork. And hell, I'm barely doing thumbnails these days, you see? But I want to prove to my audience that we gonna be all right. You see, like Kendrick Lamar, we gonna get there. It just is what it is. I see y'all when we get there. So shout out to that. And then anyway, let's continue. So she sues this woman, pants out. Nah, for real. You know, but I told y'all, I said Tasha K gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know why? Because I'm a blood watch believer. That's why. I just knew it. Right after that. And so, it seems like in that settlement, in that lawsuit, Tasha K can't talk about Cardi B no more. No more. She probably can't talk about Cardi. She probably can't talk about her mama. She probably can't talk about her daddy. Probably can't talk about Hennessy. And I'm saying the probably part because I don't know. I ain't necessarily been paying attention to Tasha like that. I pay attention to Tasha, you know what I'm saying, on a need-to basis, if you will. Now, this shit annoying. I guess I need to do better, though, when I'm storing it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm storing it, I start storing it standing up. So the shit will do like I want it to do. But anyway, try. I know it takes me forever to get there. It just is what it is. Shout out to that. I see you. I see you when I get there. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here like a bumper car and hit the like. You see? Yeah. I do it for the likes. Imagine that. Anyway. Yeah, baby, I like to take my time with it. It is what it is. I don't do all that rush and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. When you rush and stuff don't really come out right. And then you know what I was thinking this morning too, though, like to get ready, right? To get ready and be ready. With a great attitude is such an overrated experience. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So shout out to morning folks that can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, so Tasha K ain't been able to talk about Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? It's evident. You can tell. She just can't. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how she feels about that. It seems like it's kind of annoying a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she don't care. But I think she's a little annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Slightly. And let me tell you why I say that. One reason I say that is because you have to know the algorithm, right? And once you know and learn and understand the algorithm, I'm still working on that, but I'm coming around the fucking mountain. So shout out to that. Oh yes, Miss Press Girl coming around the mountain. Mm, mm. And now with that being said, like Cardi B is, she good. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, she gooder than Grandma Cookie on the algorithm. In other words, Cardi B gonna hit dice. If you a gambler. With that being said, you know, um, I do feel like Cardi B, you know what I'm saying, helped Tasha K on her come up. It just is what it is. So, and the reason why I say she seems a little annoyed that she can't talk about Cardi B no more is because she talk about everybody around Cardi B. That's how, you know. And so Cardi B has a new boyfriend, and Tasha K, she just talk about him. You know what I'm saying? She talk about him, and she report on his ass a lot. A lot. But just recently, she made a post saying she done. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is. I ain't never really known Tasha K to backpedal a lot, though. We're gonna have to see if she gonna get her quality song with that. You know what I'm saying? But according to Tasha, she done, y'all. And I'm like, now, hold on now. Because I'm not used to Tasha K just tapping out. So I'm like, what's going on with you, Miss Press Girl? Let's talk about it for real. Girl, has anybody sent you any kind of paperwork? I will say this though. When people send Tasha K paperwork, she do be putting it out there. So, I don't know. I guess we just gotta wait and see. But I'm like, oh Lord, is this like to get sued again? We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now I will say this though, too, while I'm on the subject. According to Tasha K, there's video going around spreading around of Tasha K said there's people been sending her videos of Stephon Diggs' manhood. And according to Tasha K, you know, Tasha was like, damn, she definitely don't see what all the fuss is over. But she also let it be known that, it's illegal to be sending out those type of videos, y'all. But, child, I don't know. Y'all jump in my comments and let me know what y'all think. Is Tasha getting sued? I don't know. I can honestly say, though, if I had to guess, I would say she's trying to avoid a lawsuit at the moment, okay? Maybe somebody that sends her a cease and desist. It just is what it is. Anyway, let's continue. Let me get my handy dandy notes up. So, yeah, I done had a little more time to think, right? And honestly, I think when it comes to Jania, NBA YoungBoy baby mama, and her new man, DeJounte Journey, Murray. Honestly, I think Nene just tired of him. Yeah, let's talk about it. It's the bottom line. She just tired of him. Clearly. He runs shit. She don't like the way it's being ran. And yeah, it just is what it is. Now he fucked up about it because she don't want to be no longer be a part of the program. I think they both will be okay in life. It just is what it is. Hell, they done already kind of bypassed a lot of the bullshit that people go through. Okay? It just is what it is. She don't work. Probably will never, ever, ever press a time clock again. For real. At least not for no hourly wage. I can tell you that. And although he ain't no NBA star, he an NBA player. Okay? He not already made it. He gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing for him to go find somebody that's bark like a dog, a big dog. Woo! 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 It's nothing. You know? It's literally nothing. He just has to be clear about what he wants. Which, I gotta honestly say, I don't feel like he struggles with that at all. You know what I'm saying? I think he got that shit down pat. But truthfully, honestly, I really want to see them work it out. They have a daughter. You know, it's a little different. It's coming a little different. You know, they are a family already. They have a daughter. I would love to see these two just work it out and tie the knot. Because truth is, like Fantasia said, it's really not a lot going on. It's not. Meaning, in this lifetime, right, the pickings be so slim. Shit. To where you have a lot of people who are like literally so comfortable with just being alone. Fuck it. Nobody to argue with. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people fail to realize. Some people ain't for all that. You know, like some people like literally like, no. Shit. So before I do all of that with you, bye. You know. Bye. With a capital B. You see? Baby, you go your way, I go my way, and I ain't got to argue, you see, about what time you want to come in and you don't want to come in. And yeah, because now you're just out. No, I ain't no more in and out like the burger place. Now it's just out. You see? Now you're just, now you're just, yeah, you're like a family that then moved on and bought them a house. Now you're just on the outskirt. You see? And now you're just hating from outside of the club because you can't even get in no more. Okay. For real. Real times. Those are real times. Those are real life situations. That's the truth. A lot of people will choose peace over love. And it seems like that's what Nene is choosing. You know what I'm saying? Right now. And I'll take it a step further. It's possible that she don't necessarily trust him either. You know? Like, you know, because some women deal with that too. You know, so here you are, a ball player, you on the road, you here, you there, you everywhere. Nobody really knows if you sleeping around, right? And so I'm stationary with the kids. You know, I'm stationary with the kids. Really, you got me put up like your wife, but I'm not your wife. And I can't never go outside. Ninja, I can't, like, I can't go to the club. The club is off limits. Boy, like, who hurt you? You know? And truth is, you know what I'm saying? Like Fantasia said. I need to get my iPad. How old is that? I know they under 30. I'll tell you right now, most people under 30, not all, again, not all, but most people under 30 years old go out. They do. They go out. So what is he like? I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is he's looking for. It seems like he's looking for a homebody. I feel like they've been together long enough for this not to be a topic, you know, like a huge topic of discussion no more, you know? And it's so sad. It's so sad because when you listen to her part, she just sounds like she just want to be trusted, you know? And not controlled. I want to be trusted. She seemed like she want to be trusted to go out and have a good time. The fuck? He seems like he don't even want a woman putting him into that type of position. You know what I'm saying? Or you're like, I can't think, baby. I can't sleep. Like I couldn't and shit. Oh yeah, truth is. He seemed like he out here trying to function. That sounds like, you know, he missing layups and shit. You know, 5, 6, 7, 8. He out here acting like his 6 will not get to 7. You know, with her in the club and shit. Yeah. You know, I'm like, oh man, poor man. You know, poor man. But at the end of the day, he seems to have his own issues. You know, it just is what it is. Because trust is a major factor in a relationship. Like if I can't trust you, you can't trust me. What we doing for real? Like we just, you know, keeping the bed warm, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? For the next person type stuff. Because you have to be able to trust. And if you don't trust Janelle, just say that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take it a step further too. They seem to be like in 2 different directions. I think they are also in 2 different places in life. Where their lives are going in 2 different directions. He want to be on some real grown folks ish. And she still want to, you know, enjoy her younger years and have a good time. I'll take it a step further. Had he would have married her, there would be no NBA YoungBoy shows. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you out the real. Ain't no wife disrespecting their husband like that. It just is what it is. But he just a baby daddy. So now Janelle kind of like putting them on the same, you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. It's like Janelle putting him on the same level. You know? And I just gotta keep it real. I don't know a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even the most mature ones. I don't know a lot of men that like would be the coolest about that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I'm just keeping it real. You know? I'm not saying every man is the same. Of course not. You know, you got a lot of, you know, you got a lot of different type of people in the world. Look at Joe Harbaugh. Look at Moneybag Yo. It took some time though. They in the same field though. You know, but just put it like this. As good of a man as Russell Wilson is to Sierra, right? We don't never see Sierra at future shows. Like, have we ever saw Sierra at future shows with Future? Yeah. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, that's usually not the family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of that going on. So Jania, she wants to live her life like she a single baby mama in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, Yaya and KJ is at the show, but come on now. You know what I'm saying? Are you really going to compare yourself to Yaya, Jania? Everybody always talking about how much NBA YoungBoy love his baby mama and talk like she the one who got away. For real. So y'all think her baby daddy gonna be cool with her being around him, like without him and stuff? It's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird situation. Mm-hmm. It's a weird position to be in. I don't care how grown you is. Shit. You want to go to NBA YoungBoy concert and take your baby as his baby mama? Damn it, we need to be going too together. And guess what? If we can't do it together, if we can't do it together, then that means something is off, something is wrong, you know, something in the milk ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? It's not all good. It's still, you know, a little bit of, you know, whatever. So why would you go? You know what I'm saying? So basically, him and NBA YoungBoy aren't cordial. They're not cordial. And he don't fool with him enough to go to his concert. What would make Jania think that he want her ass at his concert? You know, it's just weird. It's weird. And if you ask me, Jania I think she's sick of him. It is what it is. I think she is. I think she's sick of him. You know, I take it a step further. You know when a woman is sick of somebody. Because when they sick of them, they'll start saying all kinds of stuff like the stuff she been saying. Well, y'all be with them then. Y'all be with them. Shit. Go be good to them then. Since I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You know when somebody's tired. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Janine say she ain't no Kevin Gates, baby. Mm-hmm. And if you ask me, your girl J. Renee, she tired. You know what I'm saying? She done got tired of him and the way he runs his program. It's strict over there. Shit, it just is what it is. It is strict over there. But you know what it reminds me of so much? It does. Just out of today. Y'all hit the like button. It reminds me of PJ Washington and Brittany them so much. Because remember, When PJ was with Brittany, Brittany used to complain a lot. Well, maybe I got the lot part wrong. But it used to be trouble in paradise. And then all of a sudden, hot damn, PJ with a whole nother woman married. You know? That's why it is what it is. Like, once you find out that a person ain't for you, it's cool. Like, I don't know what I don't know the words I'm exactly searching for right now, but it's like people struggle with moving on sometimes. Most times. Let's keep it real. Most times people struggle with moving on because they like to mess with, like, they just like to continue what's familiar. You know what I'm saying? People really don't like heading into new, like new stuff. New things are scary. You know what I'm saying? But man, sometimes God be telling you to move, like move, And this is the truth. Sometimes you got to look at it like this. But what if, hold on. Sometimes you got to look at it like this and you just got to ask yourself. But what if further down the road, what if it's somebody that I don't got to argue with about going to the club? What if it's somebody that trusts me wholly and support me? And they just like, it's okay, baby. Just let me know, you know what I'm saying, what time you get there and what time you going to be coming home. And it's all good. I'm not going to be tripping on you about that. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother me. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And you know what else don't bother me either? It don't bother me when you talk to your baby daddy in a different room. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't expect you to get up and exit the room every single time he call. You know what I'm saying? Go about your way and make me feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nah, baby, it don't bother me that you talk to him in a different room sometimes. It don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I trust you, I trust you until you give me a reason not to. I'm not gonna be treating you like you're a hostage when you're my woman. Like, or like, let's say a woman is dealing with a man who, I don't know, they argue about social media. You act like you single online. It's because I like to be private. I don't like people in my business. Like, I'm with you every day. We live together. We come home together. Everybody know we together. Why is this so important to you with social media? Now, imagine somebody, y'all arguing about stuff like that, and it's festering. And God told you, you know what? In about no more than 2 years from now, you're going to meet a man that's going to be completely different. He going to, what they call it, sweep you off of your feet. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be everything that you didn't even know the fuck you needed, for real. Oh yeah, Miss Pressure Girl. And I'm gonna see to it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be handpicked by me. Let this foolishness go. Let this ninja find a woman that don't care about social media and don't care if he posts her, when he posts her, how he posts her. right? Because I got something a little bit better for you. You know what I'm saying? I got something that you know what I'm saying? Like I got somebody in mind that I feel like you gonna be with forever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna love and appreciate each other. Matter of fact, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Let this one make it. For real, I know you love them. I know you love them. I know you feel like you love them. But man, listen, the love that you're gonna have for this next person that I'm gonna send your way. Like, imagine God telling you stuff like that. And imagine how many people will be like, okay, shit, okay, God. He called you, hey, nothing. Shoot. Getting ready to go run some errands with my mama. Next time he called nothing. Getting ready to do a roller set on my mama. Next time he called nothing. Sitting in the kitchen learning this recipe from my mama. Damn, every time you call, you with your mama. Yeah, that's what it is. You see? Yeah, you know, like, I'm over you. I'm done with you. I'm off your ass. Imagine if life was like that. You know, I feel like you would have a lot of people who would just let go. You know what I'm saying? Just, okay. Okay, God. I trust you. I believe you. Like, sometimes you got to look at it like that. You know? When shit just ain't clicking on all four to six to eight cylinders, whatever, however many is in that motherfucker you drive. You see? For real. Sometimes it be like that. Shit. And in my heart, I be feeling like sometimes God got something better in store for you because, like, the truth of the matter is, it's not supposed to be that hard. Shit, it's not. It ain't. It ain't. God damn it. Either you love me or you don't. Either you want me or you don't. You know? Either you picking up what I'm laying down or you're not. Shit, it just is what it is. This shit ain't rocket science, you know? So, with that being said, I just think they too young for folks who need to figure it out. But at the end of the day, Janelle talks like, okay. You know, like, okay. Like she tired. Like she done got sick and tired of his ass. It just is what it is. Now, Janine and Big Sean. Ooh, boy, Big Sean. Boy, how big is you? Ooh. I don't know what to say about them. Yeah, I just, you know, it's rare. Really rare. It'd be rare for me to be speechless. Child, I'm speechless. I don't have no words for these two. Not yet. At least not yet. You know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all know when I get there, though. So shout out to that. Jacquees. Jacquees did cussed out. Yeah, everybody on the Funky Friday said everybody, the producers, the makeup people, the hat man, you see? Nah, it's not funny. But for real. Mario, y'all know Mario was up there. Getting a little messy. It got a little messy. It is what it is. It did. It got a little messy. Like the soccer people over on Funky Friday with Cam Newton and Mario, and he was asking Cam Newton, you know, who can sing and who can sing and who can sing. And like Jacquees, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I get why he mad, but they still said he could sing. You know what I'm saying? Mario said Jacquees can sing. He just said he don't think he can sing, you know? Child, Jacquees said not like that. Cuss everybody out. Everybody. I said, Lord, okay. And then just recently, I'm in the comment section minding my business. Y'all know I love just to love a good comment section. I'm gonna stop by. So shout out to that. And somebody had made a comment that Ray J it has become their favorite crash out. And I say, you know what, you they kind of got a point. Mm-hmm. Like a number 2 pencil. Truth is, Ray J is definitely going up the ranks. He is. He moving on up. So anyway, shout out to that. Now, anyway, word on the curb is Coi Leray is messing with Justin. The mean boy. Hold on. I said, take the what and leave the what. That's just funny to me, y'all. Yeah, it just is. And I don't necessarily know. I can honestly say I don't necessarily know how I feel about that, child. Cause woo, I just feel like the pickings is slim, honey. I do. I feel like the pickings is slim. Now, I can't say nothing bad about Justin because I really don't know much about Justin. But I would say like off the rip, just from the page, right? Just from the meme page, I'm like, Coy, what the fuck is you doing? You know, child. But again, I ain't got a whole lot to say. But y'all, word on the curve is they think Coy Ray is talking to Justin LA, and I'm like, oh, that's so funny to me. That's so funny, child. It is what it is, though. I'm like, at least Coy dating, whatever. You know, me personally, y'all know how I feel about it. What I'm gonna say? What I'm gonna say, people stars, y'all know what I'm gonna say. Shit, like, why are you out outside? Shit. Girl, get back inside. Hurry, run from run for cover. Like these girls need to keep their business out the streets. It just is what it is. Whatever you gonna do, you know, do it privately. You know what I'm saying? So when the time comes, you ain't got a whole lot of explaining to do, like these folks be having. But anyway. People talking about they a cute couple. Nah, I don't necessarily consider them no cute couple because shit, like, he gotta be cute. And I'm not saying he's not cute, but I ain't talking about just looks. I'm going out for everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. From the rooter to the tooter. Y'all know how we do it? Shit, it takes way more than looks to be, considered a good candidate. So anyway, I will say this though, I see so many boys, you know what I'm saying? So many boys that be after Coy, chasing Coy, and da 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 da. That's why I'm like, Coy, I don't know if you really want to settle right here like that, but it is what it is. I'll say this. Let me say this about it. I feel like when women start having kids, shit kind of get real to them, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like even way more real. So, for an example, this is an example. A relationship probably means way more to Coy now. You know? Because it's going to be really rare for a mother to be on some, no, I'm just living the single life. I'm chilling. I ain't really trying to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, women usually don't talk like that unless, unless they, healing from something or chilling from something. You know what I'm saying? Like, people talk like that when they in school. But, like, no. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, women do that when they single before they become a mother. But how much you want to bet? Now that Coy Ray is a mother, when you're a mother, that means way more time at home. Way more time. Way more time. That means less time outside. Oh, yeah. DeJounte. Like, how outside could she be anyway with children? She wasn't that outside. He just don't want a bitch outside at all. Just say that. But I'm like, how do you get with an influencer and say that? Like, boy, did you really think that through? Nah, you just like the way she looked, huh? And was like, I'ma scoop that up and keep that in the house. Anyway, back to anyway, let's continue. Back to the story I was telling, child. Most mothers are in the house, period. Because if you're not, then you're neglectful. It is what it is. Your child needs you a lot. Shit, a lot. And with that being said, most mothers spend a lot of time at home anyway. So when you at home anyway, you start vibing like, okay, well, shit. You be want somebody to be in the house with. So like that's where the relationship and all of that stuff that like the single life, you being gone all the time, you being on the road all the time, like that's where all of that starts to, make more sense. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like you at home, bored, you not running around, you know what I'm saying, like a chicken with your head cut off all the time. So now you got time to realize, like, well, damn, what do people do in the house? Shit. They hang out, They usually have a spouse, so they don't got to watch stuff alone. They don't got to go through life alone. They can roll over and say, hey, baby, good morning. You want some breakfast? You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Like being alone is cool, but it's so much cooler to have a partner. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, instead of doing everything alone or everything like friend, because when you're single, you with your friends, you have way more time for your friends and friendships than you do when you're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I feel like Koi having this baby has set her down and made her kind of adapt to homebody, right? To being a homebody. And partially what homebodies do is they have a man. Dare I say it, not all. Of course, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm saying I think a lot of homebodies are in relationships. It makes home even that more cool, or that much of a safe place, or hell, I can't explain it, but like, have you ever like been in such a rush to get home? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you can't wait to fucking get home. Most people who feel like that have something they're looking forward to, whether it's getting home to, whether it be their children, their pet, their bed, their TV program, their rest, their spouse. Like homebodies, have things at home, shit that they enjoy, shit like a spouse. I mean, it just is what it is. And so, yeah. Long story short, I feel like Cardi Ray having this baby has slowed her down a bit, and even just probably opened her up to a different type of day. You know what I'm saying? Different type of day, different type of life, different type of month. It is what it is. And so, like, in my hearts of hearts, I don't care what nobody say. I feel like Justin is the type of dude that know how to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. He like, oh yeah, Oh, like Justin, man, Justin. I'm just going out for the memes that he be putting up. Justin is not dumb, okay, at all. He know a lot. I would say, as far as dating goes, he's experienced, okay. With that being said, he was like, "Oh yeah, shit, and now it's time." Like Mariah Carey said, Justin said, "Shit, fuck Christmas. It's quite the right time." Yeah. And now he just, what I'm saying? Shout out talking to Coy. It is what it is, allegedly. And I feel like, yeah, that was all like, I'm not gonna say planned, but like, nah, he knew. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, he knew. Cause I just feel like if if Coy would have never got pregnant and would have never had that baby, she'd still be running around twerking and popping and dropping it like it's hot every chance she got. Justin wouldn't have had a chance with that Coy. Because that Coy was too busy running around and, shit, still entertaining her options, if you will. This Coy, I feel like this Coy right here is a different Coy. You know what I'm saying? She's a mother. So she gonna be thinking about all kinds of shit. Shit, all kinds of shit that she never really cared about at first. Like even settling down. Shit, trying to settle down. Trying to be serious about one person. All of that good shit. So it is what it is. But that's just my personal opinion. In my personal opinion, if Coy didn't never have no baby, then she would never be talking to no Justin LA boy. It just wouldn't have never happened. It wouldn't have never happened. He just knows that. He knows that, and then I'll take it a step further. That boy know that Coy Leroy is in a vulnerable spot. So if it wasn't going to be him, it was definitely going to be somebody that was going to take advantage of Coy Leroy's vulnerability right now. She vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? She vulnerable. She got to be in the house more. Come on now. It's way easy to get that Coy Leroy's attention than the Coy Leroy before, Trippie Red broke her heart and gave her a baby to sit around and have to be accountable for, So I just is what it is. It's funny to me though. Still funny to me. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, how you be like, oh my God, yes. They so cute. They so cute. I want them to work. This ain't that. Okay. So anyway, moving on. But I do wish them the best. Okay. Prayers for everybody that we done talked about so far. So shout out to that. What else is going on? Carlista. She got the DNA. Shout out to her. Shout out to that. Blueface is trying. Shout out to Blueface. I really hope he continues. And I'll take it a step further. I really want Krishan to be his son. I think a lot of us do. And I can't even explain why. I think there's lots of different reasons why. But I'm really hoping that Krishan is his. And I'll take it a step further. I was trying to tell y'all, if Krishan turns out to not be his, it can really be harmful. You know what I'm saying? Because then he could say he want to be the daddy all day, but now it's up to Krishan. Everything has to be ran by Krishan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, there's no rights to a maybe baby. There's no rights to that's, my baby regardless. It's just, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really, really praying and hoping, for the best for them in their situation too. Now, what else is going on, child? They saying that Jay-Z then did it again. It just is what it is. Ah, yeah, child. Word on the curb is Jay-Z has allegedly, some kind of way, child, gotten that boy's DNA test stuff throughout. And I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't. I'm still in shock. And I'll take it a step further. I like Jay-Z. That's my boy. Y'all know that. That's my boy. Like, yeah. I just think it's really, really sad. It is. It can be so sad how you can. It's just like Diddy. It's no different than Diddy. The only difference is I don't like Diddy as much as I like Jay-Z. But still, still a fan, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Still admired, still inspired, you know what I'm saying? And all of that good stuff growing up. All of that jazz, Still supporting, rooting for, all of that. And it's so crazy how you can literally, like, be a fan of just stuff that you don't know, and that's scary. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's just like, it's just not, hold on. It's no different than not knowing every single detail about every single body in your life, and you still support them and love them. It's really no different. But yeah, it's extremely sad to see what Jay-Z is going through. It is from a fan's perspective, and it's not necessarily sad for him. Okay, I'm thinking about myself here. Sorry, not sorry, but it's the truth. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's very unfortunate, that you could, like, be so invested, if you will. So, okay, so, like, it's like this. Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce got a lot of fans. Imagine if we found out Beyonce had a baby that she gave up a long time ago. And now the baby is looking for her. And she ducking and dodging the baby and saying that the baby not hers, and she won't give the baby a DNA test to prove it. Like, that's so fucked up. It's fucked up for many reasons. First being the baby. It's fucked up for the baby. Even if the baby is 30 now, it's still messed up for the baby. Because it was once a baby. And then it grew up for 30 years without Beyonce. And now, y'all get what I'm saying? And it's messed up for her fans too, because it's like, girl, like, we've been rooting for you. We've been so supportive of you. It's like, it's just a letdown, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's just the one of the biggest letdowns. I just can't even, like, it's even hard to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's even kind of hard to explain and put it into words, but it's just messed up. It just is. It's like, I'm just trying to give y'all, you know what I'm saying, an idea of things to compare it to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like being in church one day, on a Sunday. And then the FBI comes in and arrests your pastor. And then you find out that, okay, your pastor is from New York. Well, we knew that. We've been knowing that. He came here. He came to Texas when he was 25 years old, and he went to the University of Texas, where he graduated, and he found his wife, and now he's been in Texas all this time, But then the police is like, but no, when he was in New York, Before he left New York, he had a family. He murked them all. One woman and 4 kids. Like, imagine finding out that type of information about your pastor. Like, you're not going to just stop fooling with him overnight. But eventually, some will, some won't. But it's just like, imagine all the things that would just be going through your head. Because it's like, oh my God, I thought I knew this person. Like, how could he? Like, da, 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 da. You know? That's how it feels with the Jay-Z situation. It's just sad. It's so sad. It is. From a Jay-Z fan's perspective. I hate it. But I will say this though. Some people was like, don't stop. There's other ways to do it. And I would. If I was the boy, if I was the young man, I would absolutely go about other ways. You know. Although I gotta keep it real, I do feel like Jay-Z is on guard. If that makes sense. I feel like Jay-Z is on guard. I do. But I feel like he can't always have them up. At some point, he gonna let them down. You know, at some point, you know, and it's gonna really take some smarts, some real deal smarts. You know what I'm saying? To me to be able to get his DNA still. But I'll say this though, like they say, there's other family members he could take that route, and I think what is it called? Oh shit! They said something about he can sue siblings, so there's that. They saying Jay-Z has a grown daughter, so there's that. Then they also say the ancestry route can be taken too. So all of it. I hope he does whatever he can. Like, I hope he exhausts every single thing to be exhausted outside of himself. You know what I'm saying? To get the news that he so desperately needs. You know, it just is what it is. Because at this point, I'm not lying. At this point, it's bigger than money. It is. It's bigger than money. You know? Yeah, so shout out to that. Now, is Tasha K being sued again? I don't know. But word on the curb is folks think so. They think that, especially because, I forgot to tell y'all, Ken Barbie, who is Cardi B's homeboy, was just saying too, just recently that like, oh, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button too, period. Get up in here, scoot up in here like a bubble car, hit the like button, jump in my comments. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't care. You see what else is going on. But anyway, he was basically saying how you can't just sue everybody for everything. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of saying, you know, like, yeah, Tasha K been being annoying, but not necessarily lawsuit worthy. But he also was saying that, like, they watching. It is what it is. They watching. You know what I'm saying? All eyes on me. Kind of like Tupac said. So shout out to that, according to Ken Barbie. And it's also good to see Ken Barbie is doing okay, because he was allegedly just pressed by a barb child. And I said, ooh, don't do him like that. I said, don't do it like that. Anyway, let's continue. And then last but not least, shout out to Offset. That's my boy. I don't care. You see, I don't care who switch up. You know, or what their reasoning is. That's my boy. And y'all ain't gonna never make me hate him. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. In fact, when I say that about people, it's just them. Like, literally them. Like, their actions, if that makes sense. Not other people. You know? It just is what it is. So anyway, word on the curb is Offset rejects a $10 million settlement for his divorce. And I said, as he should. You know, $10 million is pretty comical. Okay? It just is what it is. That's funny. Shit. Oh shit. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, and I don't know how true it is, but somebody was basically saying that Offset said, you know, he deserved more than that. Like, he helped her with her career. He deserves half, allegedly. Now, I'm just gonna say, I don't know if that's true that he said that. In fact, all of this is all alleged, okay? Because y'all know I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere to get the tea. But I have not been, with Offset and his attorney at all. Okay, so shout out to that. Now, I just want to say that $10 million is comical, I would say. Coming from Cardi B's bank account. It just is what it is. And coming from her husband, you know what I'm saying? Who was there. It just is what it is. Like, now, him saying he deserves half, that's comical too. Yeah, because it just is what it is. Half of what? The earnings offset? Oh, fuck no. He done lost it. You see? It just is what it is. Oh, like Jay-Z said, you lost one. I wouldn't say half, but I will say this. I feel like in the legal world, that's what he should say, right? Because you're supposed to shoot as high, right? So, hoping that they'll, make an accurate, you know what I'm saying? So, like, let's say you're suing somebody and you feel like, I mean, let's say you're asking for $100,000 in the lawsuit. You're not thinking that. You're thinking that, okay, worst case scenario, the courts might give me half of that. You know what I'm saying? But you're not thinking if I ask for 100,000, they only gonna give me 5. So in other words, in the legal world, it's like shoot as high as you can. And let them bring the numbers down where they feel like, let them let the chips fall where they may, type stuff. I think that's basically how it goes. Don't quote me, because I ain't never been through no divorce. It is what it is. But word on the curb is Offset ain't going, okay? He don't want $10 million. You know what I'm saying? He's saying, man, you better take this shit back to the store, okay? Like Ice Cube has said. So it just is what it is. That ain't gonna work. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I will say this, though. I think that Cardi B is ready to be divorced. But not to the point where she not gonna fight. Yeah, because she already said she fighting. Because she not feeling what Offset is asking for. Well, whatever he'll get, we don't know just yet. But right now, word on the curb is he rejects a $10 million settlement, as he should, okay? If you ask me, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's actual and factual, so shout out to that. But anyway, Boo Sauce, it's your girl, Shay Renee. I want to appreciate everybody who came through. Ooh. Ooh. I would give you a shout out, but y'all don't like the way you was talking yesterday. So you got to come through here and act like you got some sense a little bit more, and I'll send you a shout out next time. Okay, Best Press Girl? But anyway, after that, Poopa Stars, it's your girl, Shay Renee, and I'm gone. It is what it is. I came, I saw, I conquered. So shout out to that. I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all.